Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm just doing a tutorial routine vibe video of this makeup look. It's just my everyday, every night, every occasion makeup routine. I really live by the phrase, why fix what's not broken with my makeup routine. I love it so much, so I do it every single occasion I do my makeup. First of all, these eye patches make me feel like the most bougie girl on planet Earth. I absolutely love them. I think they are so cute, the Dior skincare line. Okay, so starting with skin prep, we know that I love a really dewy base. That has not changed, I promise. That is like the exact same thing. So these are the two products that I've been loving for skin prep. I do actually also use the REFY primer, but I'm not going to use it today because I don't think I need a primer today. This is the Rhode Barrier Butter. If you have dry skin, I mean if you have like skin, this is amazing, but dry skin especially is the thickest moisturizer ever. And then this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I put the Rhode Barrier Butter on first. I don't know if like, last time I did a makeup routine, everyone was like, you're putting everything on in the wrong order. I feel like there's not a wrong order to do stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just do it in whatever order feels right. I don't think there's a right and wrong to things. It's all just preference, in my opinion. Once that is all blended into my face, I take the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is a brand new one. I got it actually literally through the door this morning and I can't find my old one, so I'm just popping this one open. This also smells, if you've ever smelled the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, you'll know what I'm talking about. It smells like a mix between like lemon and a really luxurious spa. Like, it's such a nice scent. It is also a really good moisturizer. Okay, that is today's skin prep done. Now time for makeup. First of all, this gorgeous makeup vanity bag, whatever they're called. It's from Caia Cosmetics. I still love Caia Cosmetics, guys, don't worry, that hasn't changed. They're still like, are they my favourite makeup brand? They can be my favourite makeup brand. It's like the most gorgeous thing ever. I love this so much. I did just shove it in a suitcase and it got a little bit damaged, but it's okay. So for foundation, I actually have two new favourites. I do mix them. I know I would like hate myself if I was watching because it just didn't mean super apply to foundations, but these are so good. I kind of go in between using these two. I've been really loving a full coverage makeup look recently. I love like a full glam base with like nothing on the eyes and like a pale lip. Like we know my makeup vibe. Someone the other day commented on my video being like, you never change your makeup, and I was like, yeah, it's because I love it. Like, I feel like I don't need to change my makeup because I always like it. These two foundations are the ones that I have been loving. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation. First of all, why are foundation names so long? Like, I've had enough. Just call it matte foundation. Matte foundation and me don't normally go hand in hand, but I do find with my really glowy skin prep and the way I do my makeup, it's actually not that matte. And then I also mix in the, this is a really long name, I know this is Lancome foundation. Again, this is such a long name, it's this one. I'll have all the links in the description anyway. But yeah, also I have realised recently, like, I use so much foundation. I've always known that I use a lot, but I feel like I've been having my makeup done a bit more recently, and I realise how little, well, or how much foundation I use, because when makeup artists do it, like, they don't use anywhere near as much as I do. I like to apply and blend my foundation with a brush, but then I do go over with a sponge just to make sure it's all like as seamless and blended in as possible. I then always bring it down my neck, because if it isn't the right shade, then it kind of just blends into the rest of your body. These are the GGB beauty blenders. They are the best beauty blenders on the market. I very rarely actually wet it as well, because you don't have to, but I did for today's video because I just thought it probably makes my makeup look better. I also love the size of it. Like, it is huge and it's so nice and like squidgy and spongy. For reference, in the foundations, I'm shade 345N in the Lancome and 2W in the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have so many shades of this Lancome foundation. I have like 6 shades of it, and to be fair, I can kind of make them all work. I have like 240W, that's like very warm. Obviously this is more of a neutral tone, but they're my shades for these. For concealer, I also have 2 that I love. However, today I am just going to use one, but I thought I would give an honourable mention to the Lancome. It's like the matching one to the foundation that I used. Love it, but I'm going to use my Huda Beauty today. This is the Faux Filter Concealer, and I think this is one of the best concealers. I think it probably is the best concealer on the market. It is so creamy and blends out like a dream. Doesn't crease really. Like, obviously I set my face, but like it doesn't crease before Setting, I just love this concealer so much. I put my concealer in like the middle points of my face, under my eyes, chin, middle of my face, basically that's the vibe. I just want to brighten my under eyes and brighten everything. I also blend my under eyes last just because I feel like people always say you need to let your makeup set, like your concealer set, and I believe the first person that told me, and I've done it ever since. And I just use the same beauty blender to blend my concealer out. When I blend my under eyes, I make sure to kind of concentrate the concealer exactly where I've put it rather than spreading it about everywhere. So I literally just dab exactly where I put it and then take it out a little bit, but you don't want to spread it too much. You want to keep the concealer where you put it, so don't move it. Moving on to cream bronzer, I'm 99% sure that this is the same product I used the last time I did a makeup routine. This is the Caia Cosmetics BB stick in shade 40W, so it is a BB stick, I just have a darker shade. Now, I love this because it adds more coverage. I just love things that have coverage in them. I love a full coverage, like flawless base. So I love that this product like adds that, but also is a bronzer for me. They do actually have bronzer sticks and like contour sticks now, but I just love the BB stick. It's so creamy, so easy to blend because it's like technically a foundation. I just pick up the product on the REFY Duo brush and then just kind of stamp it where my cheekbone, just above where my cheekbone is, because you don't want to create the shadow too low, otherwise you kind of like bring your face down. Kind of like this. And that is like literally it. It's so easy. I use the excess on the brush just to go around my forehead, just to deepen up and warm that part of my face. I then go directly in with the stick on my nose. I love a bit of nose contour, so I do under my nose like here, and then I take it down the sides. If in doubt, make it skinnier than you think, because it's quite difficult to keep nose contour like in the lines where you put it, so allow for a bit of wiggle room. And then I literally just kind of like stamp it, light hand, but like tapping a lot, very technical of me. And then just tap down my nose. And this does not take much to blend it out, like that is literally a blended. It is the most creamy, easy to work with product ever. Now for cream blush, these are my two favourites at the minute. This is the Lancome Juicy Blush in shade 10, I believe. It's really, really, really light pink. It's a gorgeous colour. I never used to like colours like this for blush, but I love it. And then I also use the Rhode Pocket Blush in Spicy Marg. Now this is a very bright looking colour. It is gorgeous and I don't use too much of it, but I like to kind of blend. I'll do a bit of Spicy Marg and a bit of the Lancome one. I don't know if it really does anything different to just using them like one on one, I'm not gonna lie. But I love it. I also just use the same brush that I used for the cream bronzer because I'm lazy. I literally do that much of the Rhode because it is so pigmented. And then I'll just put a little spot of this on each cheek. I like to make sure I drag my blush like upwards to kind of lift my face rather than down, so I'll always try and like bring it up the cheekbone like this. I just stamp it again. I do a lot of just like stamping. I don't really brush anything on my face. I just kind of hit my face repeatedly with the brush. Really light motions because you don't want to disturb the concealer or the bronzer really. Okay, that is all my cream products done, and now time to set. I think I probably used this last time I did this. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting and Baking Powder in Pound Cake. I love this. I also love the Laura Mercier powder, but I ran out of it, so obviously I'm not using that anymore because I've got about 3,000 of these. I love to use a powder puff for doing my under eye baking, so I just get like, this is from Huda Beauty, but I mean any work, basically the same. I get this and I just tap it in the powder, get about maybe a bit more, just so it's covered, and then I tap it into my palm of my other hand just to disperse it onto the powder puff, make it more even. I don't really know what it's doing, but I feel like it makes such a big difference when I set my under eyes. Then this is quite possibly the most important step in the whole routine. Re-blend your under eyes. I know I said that the concealer doesn't crease, and it doesn't really, but also if you're quite expressive with your face like I think I am, there's going to be some creasing, so always blend out your under eye again. Literally not a lot, that much, and then before it can do anything, then press your powder in. Again, keeping it concentrated in your under eye, that's where you want to set, because I like the dewy look for like the rest of my face. Then just repeat that on the other eye. I like to just use the excess that's on my palm, pick that back up and set my chin, like my top lip, and then sometimes in the middle of my forehead. That is all the setting that I do. Sometimes I will bake, I'm not going to today, but that is all the setting that I do. But if you don't like the dewy look quite as much as I do, just set the rest of your face now, like with either a loose or a pressed powder, that's fine. Big fluffy brush or powder puff, anything that you really want, just set your face now. But I don't do that. I'm just gonna grab like a fluffy brush. This is actually new, this is Bobbi Brown sheer powder brush, and just wipe away the excess powder that's under my eyes. I'll take this over my lid as well, just to set it a bit, because we don't want my mascara going on my lid. Time to bring some more warmth back into my face. This is the Caia Cosmetics Classy Summer Palette in shade light to medium. This has been well and truly loved by me. I love this palette so much. You know, when I hit pan on something, it means I love it. I just dipped my brush into this shade. That was not into the shade. And then a little bit in there. This one is much more pigmented, I find, so I'm scared of it. But I then just basically really lightly brush over where I did the bronzer first. And then excess on the brush on my forehead again. I then take a really, really skinny brush. This is the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow brush, and get the bronzer on that and do my nose contour. I feel like it's really important to have a skinny brush when you're doing it. It makes it so much easier. I just do exactly where I did the cream bronzer. Whoa, that was too much. Sorry, I can blend it out. And then down at the sides of your nose. I think nose contour is so important, even if you like the shape of your nose. Like, you don't have to change the shape of your nose, but just make sure you bring some dimension back into your face. Like, I do think that a lot of the time people see makeup as like trying to change the way they look, but you can just enhance your features. You don't have to do anything to make them look different. Just make sure they look like they're there, because you don't want your nose to just like sink into your face. You want a nose. Okay, bronzer done, it's time for blush. I do sometimes use these blushes, but just for today's sake, I'm gonna use a different product, but these are great. I love like a peachy blush at the minute. I have been absolutely loving the Huda Beauty blush palettes. This one is shade Roseberry Blush Filter Palette, and they're like these kind of tones. And then I have the Toasty Peach, which I love as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing the peachy tones. Like, they're not orangey for me, but these are all the colours. They are gorgeous. I dip into, let me show you, this one, this one, this one, and this one. These two are my favourites. I'll kind of dip, no I won't, because that's annoying for you guys. I'll use this palette. This is the Toasty Peach palette. I choose a fluffy brush. This is actually the Caia Cosmetics. God, this isn't sponsored, guys. It's rubbed off, but it's like an angled brush. And I dip into these two. I just take some on the brush and then a little bit in the darker one. I love a light pink blush at the minute. I like to make like a pouty face when I'm doing it, just so I make sure I put it like on the higher points of my cheeks. I do this really lightly as well, I think, because I quite often find that blushes can be more pigmented than I realise, and then I suddenly have a massive pink thing on my face, which I don't want. Huda Beauty is actually something, it's a makeup brand that I feel like is kind of underrated. Like, I know they are so popular, but I still feel like their makeup is better than people realise. That is the base done. For eyebrows, I just use the REFY Clear Brow Sculpt. I feel like this is kind of infamous. Like, I feel like people hate this. Like, people either love it or hate it. It's a bit Marmite, but I love it. I just fluff up my brows, just like this. That's the only thing I do to my brows. I can't be bothered to do anything to them, if I'm so honest, because I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to things, and I can't ever get them to look the exact same, so I'd rather just not try. Don't know if that says more about me, my actual personality. Okay, that's literally the brows done. For lashes, I always curl my lashes with the Tweezerman. I think this is called the Great Grip lash curler. I think it's the best one on the market. A lash curler for me, as someone with very straight lashes, is an absolute game changer. So if you're someone who struggles with straight lashes as well, I'd highly recommend the Great Grip Lash Curler. And then I use the Maybelline Sensational Full Fan Effect Waterproof Mascara. If you're also somebody whose whose lashes drop when they put mascara on, try waterproof. If I use a non-waterproof mascara, my lashes just flop down straight away, but if I use a waterproof one, it holds the curl and they look great. So if you are having that problem, try a waterproof mascara. Just go from the base of the lash, kind of fluff it up to the top. Make sure you get like the very bottom, because I feel like then it kind of gives false lash effect. Okay, that is the mascara done. I feel like I go mute when I did that, so hope you enjoyed watching that in silence. Now is for the most nerve-wracking part of my makeup routine every time. It's the eyeliner. I feel like I have got really good at doing eyeliner. I'm gonna say that now, it's gonna be like the worst ones I've ever done. This is the, surprise, surprise, Caia Snatched eyeliner. To be honest, I do normally use the Too Faced eyeliner, but Miss Holly Jo, if you're watching this, she stole my eyeliner in Lapland. Joking, okay, I did give it to her, I just didn't ask for it back. Thank God I have this, because I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have eyeliner. So this is the Caia Snatched eyeliner. I mean, any eyeliner that is pigmented and has like a very fine like tip works. But those two, this one and then the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof eyeliner are my two favourites. I just do a very small wing on, obviously, the outside of my eye. Okay, it went well. I overestimated my abilities when I was in Copenhagen with one of my best friends. I was like, oh, I'll teach you how to do your makeup. So she like followed my makeup routine. It looked amazing, I could do this myself. And then I was like, do you want to do eyeliner? She's like, yeah, sure. She's like, can you do it for me? Girls, I'd had a drink. It was not good. It was awful. And I probably tried like 7 times wiping it off, doing it again, wiping it off and doing it. And I was like, you're gonna have to do it yourself. I was like, I can't do this. I can't even remember how. Did we just take it off? No, if you're watching this, let me know. No, I think we did it in the end, but oh my God, it took so long and I was so confident. I was like, yeah, I can do eyeliner. Like, now I can't. She will not ask me that again. Doing the first eye is all fun and games. Second eye, you have to try and like match what you did. So this is maybe more nerve-wracking than the first time. This might have been the quickest I've ever done my eyeliner. Okay, that was good. Big tip for eyeliner, have a light hand but be confident, because if you're not, you'll probably shake and it will go woo. Don't go in once you've done it again. If you've got it and you think it looks good, don't try and make it look perfect, because 9 times out of 10 you'll mess it up and you'll be so annoyed because you'll think, oh, it was good anyway, I was trying to be a perfectionist. For my lip, I have a very new lip combo. I don't know if I'm going to use it all. It's thanks to Miss Ellie Parkhurst. I feel like you guys probably do know who she is. Nicest girl ever and fantastic makeup artist. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in shade Hazelnut, and then the MAC Maximal Sleek Satin lipstick in shade Fleshpot. Now that's a lip combo that I love, but I think, no, I will do this and then I will use this liner as well. This is the, surprise, surprise, Caia Cosmetics Adorable Lip Liner. I think Adorable is the shade. It's like it's different to their normal ones, but it's like a bougie type vibe one, and it's very like peachy tone. If you've not watched a makeup video of mine before, I'm going to overline my lips like crazy. I am such an overliner. You know, like the quote that's Kim Kardashian going, nude selfies till I die. That's me about overlining my lips. Overlining my lips till I die. I love overlining my lips. Every time I do my makeup around people, they're all like, why don't you just go and get lip filler? I have the most insane phobia of needles that would stop me from getting, I could be the most insecure person in the world about something specific, and there could be something, such an easy fix, that required a needle, wouldn't do it. I am so afraid of needles, it's ridiculous. So I stick to overlining my lips rather than going any further. I like to kind of just like round out my top lip. I love it to look, if you guys know who Isabel Mathers is, her lips are, I love them so much. And she has like a very like rounded top lip. I just love that look, so I try and kind of simulate that because I think she's the most gorgeous person. And then I use the MAC Fleshpot lipstick. I don't use too much of it because it's very light, but I just kind of tap it in the centre, saying that. I'm putting a load on. Like so. I will just go over with the Caia Cosmetics lip liner just because it's a bit more orangey brown and I love that look. I'll just kind of go over the outsides of my lips. Okay, I've just looked in the mirror again and I've realised I want my lips to be a little bit more orange. So I'm going to use the Glow Hub lipstick in shade Fuzzy. I've just realised that I'm out. Like this is it. But I love this. It's a really gorgeous, like nudie, peachy colour. I'm just gonna put that in the centre. Gorge. Now for setting spray. This setting spray, I hate to say it, is absolutely fantastic. And I hate to say it because I'm pretty convinced it's just hairspray. Nothing can convince me that this isn't hairspray. It's hairspray, guys, but it's amazing. Your makeup won't move. You do have to hold your breath, shut your eyes, don't open them for like 10 seconds once you've done it, but your makeup won't budge. I'm pretty sure it's waterproof too. Yeah, waterproof, sweatproof, no transfer. It does everything it says it does, and it's cheap. So this is a great new find of mine. I know it's like viral over TikTok, it's not really a find of mine, but something I've introduced to my makeup routine. I just shake really well, and then I put a lot on. If you guys haven't got the memo yet, I like to use a lot of things. Just like have to wait. Keep your eyes shut, and then we're good. It smells like hairspray. I don't want to say it is because I don't want, because it's like it's not, but like my hair's now crispy, do you know what I mean? Like you need to kind of like brush out your hair. So like that speaks volumes. Also, if you put too much, well, if you put loads on, when you take your makeup off, your makeup kind of goes like grainy when you're taking it off. It doesn't bother me and doesn't feel weird in your face at all. It's just like set there. Like make sure you light your makeup before you set it because there's no budging. It's like the got to be glued hairspray of setting sprays. This is the finished look. I just love this makeup so much. I don't know kind of the vibe that it is. Like is it soft glam, but then is it glam? I feel like it is quite glam. But yeah, I hope you guys like. I hope if you followed along, I hope your makeup looks good. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's great. But yeah, I'll make sure to link everything, put shades and things. I feel like I tried to say it when I was doing it, but if I didn't, everything will be down in the description. Anyway, to any of my girls who've been messaging me, asking where I've been, doing a big life update. I might film it, I'm gonna film it tomorrow. Just girl talk, chit chat vibes. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you in the next video. Love you.